There's a Buddhist saying that some people come into your life for a reason, others come into your life for a season, others come into your life for a lifetime.
Oh, that's a great saying.
You've 3 different types of interactions you have with people. Do you look back, when I was listening to you and reading an extract from your book, which is brilliant, by the way, I was reading an extract from your book and you were talking about your old coach, John Kavanagh.
Yeah.
I think about that saying, and I think about someone that came into your life for a season, and that season now was maybe past, or have you rekindled that friendship?
I don't talk to John. We don't talk at all, unfortunately. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. Listen, I am massively grateful for everything I have got in my life and every lesson I've been taught by people. I hold no bitterness or badness for anybody. Do you know why? Because that would be eating me, you know. So we just don't have a relationship.
You say it, unfortunately. Is there a regret there?
Well, I think that anybody who would be like would have get forward for somebody, or who would have trained under somebody, or been mentored by somebody, would probably always have that connection. Like, where I just don't think when I retired, I maybe just have it just. I just stopped, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like a process where, like, we were either doing something together, and that was the only reason we had a conversation. There was never any kind of like conversation outside that, you know, like
was it just an entirely professional relationship?
Yeah, you could kind of say that, you know. And then there was times where it's like, I think maybe probably didn't see how big some of the decisions he was making regarding, you know, on my side, what my effect would have been from decisions that were being made, you know. So where sometimes you can be flying through life, it's so busy, and you can be like, what, you know, but you don't understand that person standing there going, this is everything to me. So I need you to make a little think about this process, or think about this situation, because this is everything, all of it. And it's kind of like, if someone's just rushing too fast, sometimes you just have to kind of like, I don't know, cut them ties, and as I don't hold them emotionally, because you can't.
Do you think with a more experienced head now, with the life experience you've gained now, if you transplanted that back to then, would the dynamic of your relationship been different? Would you have taken control of different matters that you maybe just handed off to him?
You can't change people. That's a thing as well. You can't change people. So just because sometimes you know something or you think it, you can't change people. So I don't know if John is that person. That's being straight with you, you know. I don't know if, and I think maybe because he does so much that he has to be a little bit kind of like straightforward, you know, and like there's no time to stop and be like, oh, hold on here. And I don't know, you know, just I didn't have that relationship, I feel, as much, you know, and maybe at the time I did, but after I didn't think, you know.
You know, it's a really difficult part of every sport is the transition of finishing up your career. Mm-hmm. And I think we don't do enough for athlete welfare. We celebrate these massive successes of Olympic athletes, professional UFC fighters, cyclists, footballers. I had Nicholas Roach on the podcast a few times. You know, the son of Stephen Roach, massive pressure his whole career. Just finished up a brilliant career last year, and it's like, boom, lights are off on Celebrity Dancing with the Stars. And it's like, no one wants to talk about, well, how are you getting on, Nico? How are you doing? Are you okay? Can we check in with you and see how you are? It's like, did you have anything you could draw on? You know, you had a good family and stuff, but was there any professional support you could draw on to say, okay, you're Paddy Holohan, the UFC fighter, but now you're not Paddy Holohan, the UFC fighter. Let's work on who you are.
Oh no, I was from that time I retired, I was like a wash machine falling down the stairs. It was everywhere and all over the place and random. Nobody knew. Like, it was one of them situations. I'll just be straight. I'm not martyr or anything like that. I don't have family that I can really go and have a conversation or talk to. And I didn't really ever talk to anybody. I'm pretty good at being able to not bury stuff and stuff like that, but like, I walk in the woods, I swim in the sea. I understand, as I said at the start, now I understand more that this is just a vessel, you know what I mean, in a way. And all of these things, I pray for some of these adversities at times, because it's like, don't give me the easy life. Give me the strength to endure the hard one, you know, because I know that my spirit is being shaped and molded in this process of life or whatever it is. And everything else outside that's kind of bullshit, you know, and everyone else is on that vessel as well, on their own vessel. So
did you have any work to do to understand who you are when you look in the mirror, when you thought, well, I'm not a fighter anymore? What am I? Who am I?
I was always a coach. I've always coached. When I was 19, I'd finished off coaching studies in Canada and stuff like that and all. Always interested in athlete development, as I was saying there, and that's what I am obsessed with now. So I'm about 5 years into building my own team now, with some incredible athletes there, you know. So we've got I've got my first person who's turned professional.
Amazing.
Shauna Bannon, she just won a title. She fights for the next title, which is the way up. And I couldn't ask her somebody else as an athlete who was like, she's incredible as an athlete. She's one of these people that's like, this is what you need to do, and she does that, and she trusts you, you know. And then we've got athletes in under her, and just some incredible athletes on my team now that I'm like, I'm very blessed to be around. And not only my team, as in like the people who fight from the gym or something like that, but my coaching squad and, you know, my facility. We've got like, I'm blessed, but I built this with people who are like angels, you know what I mean? So people who were really good people in my life, and they will be there forever.